All right, guys, quite the eventful day 3. Jeez, you don't got to get the mic that close. Quite an eventful day 3. Some things, I mean, not good things. The Phillies.
What didn't happen today?
Lots happened today. Phillies lost the World Series, Spring Training World Series to the Yankees.
They did.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon looks amazing again.
Yeah.
5 innings and no hit ball against the Phillies. Love to see
Against the Phillies, like, freaking C team there. I mean, come on. Alec Boehm's the only one currently probably starting for the Phillies who was playing in that game.
He didn't even do anything.
No, he did not. No.
Listen, but I was quoted saying that Carlos Rodon is the make or break for the Yankees 2024 season. So, listen, I'm going to take what I can get out of Carlos Rodon. And today he looked fantastic.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait till Kyle finds out there's still a week left before the regular season starts.
And so we were at the game. Pretty much that was the first thing we did today. And got some more good fan content. We did good today. We only got turned down once.
Yeah, and I set myself up for failure.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't necessarily go up to the most inviting group, but, everything else went great.
Yeah, got lots of good new fan content coming at you soon. Yankees and Phillies. I was able to hunt out some Phillies fans. Melo's still seeing his fair share of Dodgers fans everywhere.
I said this. I'll say it again. The Dodgers is a worldwide brand. We're everywhere. We can't hide, and we're playing into it this year.
Yeah.
Villains.
Yeah.
We're playing into it.
Welcome to our side, Melo. It gets comfortable over here, I promise.
The villain side? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. The dark side.
I mean, somebody has to be the bad guy, right? I mean,
I guess, yeah. Let's see.
they hate the great ones. They don't hate the good ones.
Thank you. Yes, 100%.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Melo added a new hat to his collection.
Well, I got 2.
Well,
I
yeah,
forgot,
2. One
forgot-
from yesterday.
Forgot to show the Blue Jays one yesterday.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
You can keep that off of there if you want.
So
Today is signing day for me. I'm committing to it.
he already committed his fandom to
Yes.
the Dodgers, but
We're still trying to switch him over, though. I mean, you can see it's there. So, it's still an option.
Clearly thinking about it.
It's an option.
we haven't been to Clearwater yet, so we can't toss a Phillies hat on there. But Melo said he thinks there'll be one on there.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Phillies
Definitely.
spring training hat.
Yeah.
Or the batting practice hat.
Batting practice hat.
Yeah.
Listen, all that matters to me is that I was able to snap a picture of Melo in that beautiful Yankee fitted. Come on, that's all that matters.
That's fair. I can't wait to see the day again when Melo dons the Phillies red hat.
48 hours.
Yeah, we're getting closer. That was mostly the stuff we did at the game. Got some good fan content. I had some good chicken tenders. You had chicken tenders, right?
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't eat at the game, but I will say that.
you did.
No, I didn't.
You ate. Yeah, you got.
I
some
got
chicken
an
tenders.
extra long hot dog. That's
It's a hot dog.
it. Extra
that's
long
right.
wiener. That's what I got.
I will say I do appreciate you guys pitching in and helping us pay for Soto next year. So, if
Soto
you
or Pete Alonso?
definitely want Soto.
I had to make sure the Yankees can afford him so that the Mets don't swoop in and take him. I'd rather him be on the Yankees than the Mets. So
Thank you. Yes.
I did my part at least. Then we came home from the game.
That's when the fun started.
That is when the fun started. We were trying to set up within this Air BnB that we're in to do some content, and I had the bird brain idea,
Badass over here trying to.
idiot idea to try and take this one mirror off of the wall because obviously you don't want to see the camera and the guy behind the camera in the reflection when you're recording. It's pretty much common sense. But we take the mirror off, and the little bracket holding it on comes apart.
Not sure how that was even held on in the first place.
Honestly. So we're over here scrambling, trying to get these little, not even nails.
They're like fasteners almost.
They just don't have a pointy end on them. So there was no getting those back in. It wasn't. They weren't going to hold. So we decided to take a little trip down to Home Depot. We buy a little bag of screws, like 6 or 7, 8 screws in a pack, 10 maybe.
Yeah.
For like $1.38. We come back, screw this old bracket on with some screws right in the same old holes that the knockoff fake nails were in. Hang it back up on the wall. Still hanging back there right now.
Yes, it
Ended
is.
good.
And mind you, we came home from the game kind of like not really thinking of doing much else except for recording content all day. That's what the plan was. So this happens. Then the Home Depot was like 15, 20 minutes away in rush hour traffic in the middle of Tampa, Florida.
Yep.
So
We saw some interesting people on the road too.
we did.
Yeah.
Before the game too. You know, we saw some guy on the way to the Yankee game.
right.
Drink some syrup. With ease too. Like not even hesitating.
Straight out of this was not even like
It was like Toll House. Like
a giant. It has a handle. It's not just the bottom with the neck on it. It's had a handle, and he was just drinking syrup, maple syrup.
Drinking it like it's water.
Yes.
We were stuck not really traffic, but it was a
red
little
light, I
it was a little backed up at a red light, and we look over and just this guy's down in it. Now I mean like this shit's going down with ease. It shouldn't have gone down that easy, and he's kind of just walking through traffic, minding his own business, down in his syrup. A little weird, but you know, I don't judge.
And going back to the mirror thing for a second. What Matt tried to do, this is the best way I can describe it. Imagine you go to a gambling casino, you see the blackjack table, you sit down, they do you the cards, you flip them, and you have an 18. You think the wise decision would be to stay and play out the hand. Matt got the 18, was like, you know what, I'm going to try and get 21 here. And instead he got 28.
Yep.
That's what happened today.
That's about what happened. But it's okay. We did the host of our Airbnb a favor.
Yeah.
We repaired it. It only cost us a little bit of time. I can eat $1.38. That was no biggie to me.
We also gave him another favor too, and giving him the heads up that, hey man,
Your stove might not be
Stove might not-
operating
yeah.
at the best capacity because let's just say we were trying to make some pizzas.
And content. This was mid recording.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mello and I were trying to guess the last runner ups in the last 15 years
for
in
the American
for
League,
American
yeah.
League MVP voting. And as we got to 2014, that's the picture you saw on our Instagram story that we asked you to caption. So you can imagine our reaction to that.
Let me just clarify. Obviously, we're still in the house right here. The stove is not consumed in flames, black and
We
charred.
wouldn't be here if it was.
No. The worst that happens, and this honestly, listen, we're not bad cooks. It wasn't our fault.
No.
This oven is not functioning properly. It says it's at 290 degrees. This thing is hotter than the surface of the sun right now. And
Guinness World Record for.
yes, I'm standing behind the camera trying to see if Kyle can guess Victor Martinez for 2014 AL MVP.
I did, by
runner.
the way.
You
I
did?
did.
Yes, he did.
I look over in the oven. I can hear the cheese just sizzling. And I'm like, that's not good.
By the way, it's also important to note that this pizza was probably in the oven for about a minute and 30 seconds.
Yes.
World's fastest oven to cook a pizza or bake a pizza.
Yeah, you would have thought it was a real brick oven pizza with a live fire underneath there.
Yeah.
It was not. We're not idiots, okay? We know how to use an oven and cook a pizza. This was a matter of the oven not working and not reading the temperature out properly. Crisis was totally averted, though. I mean, the worst that happened was a little smoke in here, a little charred pizza.
Yeah, and the fire alarm goes off, and it's like we're in middle school again. We have to start evacuating, and there has to be a head count with the teacher and stuff.
I mean, this alarm system, I mean, the fire alarms were literally like shaking the damn house. Like the fucking neighbors were wondering what the hell was going on. And it wasn't just once, it wasn't just twice, 3 times. this fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
And Matt and I grabbed some towels, whatever the hell we could find, and start waving it
Get
everywhere.
some fresh air up in those in those detectors. Get the smoke out of there. This wasn't us lighting up a little bit. Right? This is not a cover-up story. Okay, we can pull out the crust and show you the receipts from the trash can. But no, crisis totally averted. Just made for some interesting pictures of Kyle and Mello.
I mean, and not to mention, nobody stopped recording during this. So we have the entire video. About half of it is Mello and I absolutely acing this trivia that Matt has for us, this content. And then the other half is us just running around like idiots trying to make sure that this house doesn't burn down.
Then reality kicked in like, oh, shit.
And I will say, Matt, you kind of look stressed a little bit.
You were... Yeah, a little bit. There may have been an earlier situation with burnt toast today that I was like, all right, we don't need this happening again. We don't need the fire alarms going off again. They did.
4 times.
Yeah,
and that's not the reason why you came here. You came here to relax and enjoy yourself a little bit.
That's right. But the host has confirmed with us that it's something. It seems like every tenant that he's had, every person who visits, he literally said himself sets the fire alarm off. So it's probably just a very sensitive smoke alarms. He's got like 3 within a 30-foot radius right here anyway. So
which, hey, great job on his part.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather these things work than not work at all.
Absolutely.
So great job on his part.
Yeah. But anyway, then we recorded some pretty good content after that. Then
I would say so.
Yeah, some good stuff coming at you. Our video from yesterday did pretty good, asking Blue Jays fans who they would take to hit a home run with their life on the line.
31,000.
Yeah.
Or I think the last time I checked, it was at 32.
Well, we could do a live update right now.
Hey, there we go. Look at that.
Should be at 1,000 likes by now.
I mean, we need all the reason for our heads to get a little bit bigger. Right? I mean,
you guys can join me with having a big ego.
32,000 likes on the dot, 986. Or 32,000 plays, 986 likes.
So we appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. Plenty more fan content coming, like we said. We got more stuff from the Blue Jays game, and then stuff that we got today. Yankees, Phillies, and we've only been to 2 games so far. So.
And listen, I was hitting the hard-hitting questions with those Yankee fans, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. We got some more interesting news. Finally, Blake Snell signed.
Yes.
Yeah, we were prepping for the content that we were going to do, and Blake Snell, the notification popped up from John Heyman that he was a Giant, and I don't like it. It makes sense of why they did it, and that's the thing I mentioned to you guys. It's like, I really want to like Blake Snell. He seems like a likable dude. But he played for the freaking Padres, and now he's a Giant. It's like, I can't do that. But
makes sense. I feel your pain a little bit. He pitched for the Rays for how many years?
He was supposed to be a Yankee for a time there.
Fucking should have been a Yankee.
and I was making this point, I think yesterday, that for me, this was a top 5 most annoying player to not sign for this long. It was getting very frustrating.
Yeah, reigning Cy Young winner took until near the end of March.
We are 9 days away from opening day.
Yeah.
And he just signed.
And we found out earlier today or yesterday that he was pitching for scouts.
That's crazy.
He had never played in the majors or anything yet.
I would like to know how many reigning Cy Young Award winners as free agents were pitching as if they're some prospect. I mean, this is a guy who has proven himself. He's not 1-time but 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and he's pitching to scouts. I mean, that just doesn't feel right to me.
Another thing, Scott Boras seemingly possibly overplayed his hand a little bit
again,
because the Yankees had a contract on the table for him.
$150.
For how many years?
6 years. It was basically almost identical identical to the Carlos Rodon contract.
Okay, so there you go. And they turned that down. Whatever reason, looking for more money, more years, or higher AAV. Couldn't get the opt-outs they wanted, and now they're stuck with 60 across 2 years, 63 across 2 years, something like that, with an opt-out after the first year. Scott Boras didn't do too hot this offseason, honestly.
No, and I will say this. I mean, Mello, you made a great point about this. I really like how these teams are sticking to their guns here. I mean, I'm always talking shit on the Yankees. that's no surprise here. But I'm glad that the Yankees didn't re-engage. They actually pulled their offer, so I'm not mad at the Yankees at all. Usually I am in situations like this, but no, I can't be pissed at them. They tried. They gave him a very reasonable offer.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, I might argue and say there's no team that gave him a bigger money value over the 6 years than the Yankees did. So I'm really liking how these teams are sticking to their guns, and I mean it showed. Scott Boras has 3 clients who have these opt-out kind of contracts. So I mean I like that. It's cool.
And to the team that signed him, the Giants. I mean, I hate to admit it, that they quietly had a very good offseason.
Yes, they did.
And pairing him up with Logan Webb, that's one of the best starting pitching duos in all of Major League Baseball. That's up there with my guys, Nola and Wheeler. Now,
Yamamoto and James Paxton.
Some people might take Tyler Glass now, just a guess. But, it's going to be an interesting season in the Bay. Coming off of that bad season, not bad, but mediocre season.
Yeah, and this is the thing that I was telling Kyle a couple hours ago. It's like, if you're a Giant fan, the biggest complaint has been not spending the cash that you have. And the very first off season that you're able to spend some of that money, Dodgers completely said fuck it and let's go for it and signed Yamamoto and Ohtani and Glass. Now look at what the Diamondbacks did. They build off of what they did last season. They brought in Eduardo Rodriguez and stuff like that, and just finally the Giants are moving forward and they're spending money. But then the 2 teams in front of you that you're chasing, they got better too.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Chapman, Blake Snell, Jorge Soler.
Yeah.
Pretty big moves there.
Yep.
Jung-Hoo Lee, Jordan Hicks, Robbie Ray, acquired in the trade, Tom Murphy.
Yeah.
Backup catcher role probably for him. But
and I wonder how the Giant fan feels, like, because it's not like they just were not offering players contracts. They were. We know they missed out on Harper. They missed out on Judge. I wonder if they would have much rather have Judge or Harper right now, or they would have much rather them do it the way they did it this offseason and kind of spend a little here, spend a little there, and get like 5 to 6 players. I wonder.
That is very interesting. Me personally, just with the way that I'm used to seeing the Yankees roll, I would have rather the Giants go out there and get a Harper, get a Judge. But at the same time, it's like what they are building in the Bay. Like they have some very decent prospects coming up through the system, and they're allocating their money in multiple positions where it's an upgrade. And they've upgraded a lot this offseason. So I really like what they're doing out there. So, I mean, it makes sense of what they're trying to do.
And it got off to a bad start, too, this offseason.
Yeah.
Because all the Ohtani stuff.
Yeah.
Yamamoto, too. You had Buster Posey, an all-time great for the Giants, basically turning into a politician and trying to explain to everybody in America why San Francisco is so great.
And that's another thing that kind of plays into these things. I mean, we don't know if these past free agents wanted to play in San Francisco, and evidently that's been a thing. That's been a thing. Like, I mean, you got Posey coming out and saying things like this. Logan Webb even was advocating for it as well. So we don't know how much plays into that either. But But no, I really like what they've done this all season.
Yeah, it's been a lot of solid moves, stacking up, improving versus actually kind of the last couple years. Like Mel said, not that they didn't try to, but they haven't been really improving that much. I feel like, and now went out, signed quite a few significant names, like we mentioned, or traded for too with Robbie Ray, and they're due to be better this year. That's for sure. Maybe not playoffs, but they're going to be in the hunt. They're going to be talking about it at least. And last year, I don't know, the expectations were that high for them. So,
Even just 2 months ago,
Yeah.
expectations
true.
were not that high for them. That's changed now.
Yeah, I was saying to Mello before we started recording, I wouldn't be shocked if there's 3 teams out of the NL West in the postseason.
Ooh.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I think if the three big clubs in the NL West, as of now, in my eyes, it's the Dodgers, the D-backs, and I think the Giants put themselves over the Padres. I really do. And I think if all 3 of these teams work out, we'll see all 3 in the postseason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
Giants
possible.
Padres is going to be fun this year.
It will
They're going
be.
to kill each other all season.
Yes, that'll be a
They're
very
going to be
fun.
fighting for that one, probably one of those spots.
I agree.
Yeah, so we got to react live to that with each other in person, which is always fun to do.
Yeah.
Last time we actually,
Shout out to Blake Snell for waiting too.
Yeah.
He knew that we were going to be in Florida together. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait to sign during the week.
Yeah, the last time
yeah.
we had that we weren't even in person, but it was we were all
Over
on
Zoom.
for a meeting, on Zoom. It was Carlos Furtado.
Yeah,
to the
you don't got to
Yankees.
bring that up.
That's a video.
You guys were very
documenting
happy
evidence.
that day.
Yeah, Kyle celebrating that.
Can you blame me? Come on. The season Rodon was coming off. I mean, pairing him with Cole, that was a dream come true at that time.
At the time. That's the key words there. At the
Yeah.
time.
I didn't expect
You
him
can
to
get
go
back
into-
to that.
Yeah. I can. I mean, after today.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
Throwing a no-hitter through 5 innings.
Should have let him go.
Go the distance.
I haven't heard of half the players the Phillies have thrown out there. Maybe not at that point in the game, but at the
he's-
end of the game,
Oh, at the end of the game, yeah. But the first,
yeah.
4.5, 5 innings.
Yeah, it was backups to guys that you were looking to see something out of.
There were some potential bench pieces in there for the Phillies.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
think.
Yeah.
It was nice to see the Phillies, like their top bullpen arms too, out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were throwing their top guys. And, I mean, it was only 1 inning apiece for them. And, well, Gregory Soto had an ugly inning. And whoever Oswaldo
Yeah.
clipped. I think
He was Strom, I believe.
okay.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Yeah, win some, you lose some. Spring training.
Trouble in Yankee land. Well, Soto went 0 for 3 today with like 3 groundouts.
Same spot,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
He had a nubbler, first AB, first pitch swing, and a nubbler to first base. And the next 2 ABs, a ground ball to Saget, which are not that hard hit, by the way.
$500 million for that.
Shit. If it's just spring training, that's fine, you know. But
Well, it was just spring training. Remember, it was also just spring training when he was like 1,001 dot in the OPS and
that's a different story we're
a bunch
talking
of
about.
home
here.
runs
Come
and a couple doubles. Yeah.
I'm a Yankee fan. I only look at that stuff.
Yeah.
No, but no. I mean, I think we got more trouble with the judge here. I mean, he was supposed to be in the lineup today. Wasn't supposed to be in the lineup on Wednesday. But Boone keeps lying to us, man. And I'm not. I'm not taking that. Yeah, I'm not. That should have been years ago. But
You're beating a dead horse, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Did we miss anything else for day 3 here?
I don't think so. Very
I
eventful
think that's
day.
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Today was supposed to be a chill day too. Go to the game, come back, record content. And that was it.
It was still a good day.
It
Maybe not a
was.
chill day,
Yeah.
but-
No, it was.
So tomorrow, I think game plan is mostly a beach day, and then
Tomorrow's
top
a-
golf.
Top golf, yeah.
top
Tomorrow's
golf.
tomorrow's a fun day.
Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy ourselves
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Maybe throw a little ball on the beach.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Come on, there's not much better than that.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can get maybe some top golf content. That should be fun.
That'll be very fun.
But
Yeah, I don't need you guys falling over the top of the railing.
don't worry. No, none of us are getting a bunch of beach pictures. You know, you guys do.
You don't need to see my fat old.
I don't think anybody is looking for us to do that for them, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll just be enjoying ourselves tomorrow. But
And I promise you, the Top Golf content is going to look just like Mike Trout at Top Golf. I promise you.
Are you gonna recreate that video?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
you're the one making the promises here. So
I said maybe. That's a big maybe.
if you feel confident enough, go
Listen,
ahead.
if I can hit it out of that Top Golf range, I think I'm in the wrong industry here. So, you know.
Yeah, you might need to be joining some long drive competitions then.
Either that or maybe I need to pick up another bat again. We'll see.
Yeah, so that's kind of our game plan for tomorrow, but we'll let you know if anything changes. You'll find out day 4 recap later on. And yeah, it's been a great trip so far.
Oh, amazing.
Definitely.
This is great.
Yeah, we're still recovering from the sunburn a little bit, but
Yeah.
we gotta remember to reapply a couple times tomorrow.
It's starting
yeah.
to even out a little bit, I would say.
Yeah, we're getting some tan too in there too.
Yeah.
So day 3 in the books,
Yes.
and we'll see you tomorrow for day 4 recap. Thanks for watching.
Adios.
Later.